my goal this week is to win the shootout, win the co-ed, win the singles, win the doubles. What a week that would be.
The goal of this channel is to help cornhole players achieve whatever level of cornhole they choose, whether that's to simply win more at blind draws or to become an ACL pro like me. We are so pleased to have Matt Guy, one of the best players to have ever lived, interviewing. He is so busy. He has time to do an interview while he's driving to Worlds.
Yeah. Yeah, you caught me driving to the World Championships in Rock Hill. That's where I'm on my way. Yep.
That is amazing.
Matt Guy, and I am an ACL pro. They call me the GOAT. And I am sponsored by Fire Cornhole and Grunt Workwear and Run Pure Sports, which very blessed and grateful to have those three as a sponsor for sure.
The mental aspect of the game. Do you have any pre-game meditations, rituals, routines to get your head right in the game?
One thing in between, I really try to stay warmed up, stay practicing, but many times I'll go in the men's room and I'll just kind of stare in the mirror at myself, like, give myself that game face look, like, it's go time. You got to bring it. It's go time. So I just try to staring at myself, trying to psych myself up. Would be one little trick that I do. Yep.
Is that what you say, or is there any other specific things you say while you're looking in the mirror, getting your game face on?
I kind of tell myself, when you're on, there's nobody better in the game. And it's true. When I am on, I feel like there's nobody better in the game. Just trying to find a way for me to bring time out. So when I'm walking to the board and get up the board, I'm not concerned about who I'm playing, if we're on the main stage, if we're on a broadcast board, if we're on board 99, don't care. I stare at myself in the mirror and kind of tell myself, hey, get it together, because when you're on, there's nobody better in the game. I just try to psych myself up that way. And then when I do get called up to a board, it doesn't matter if it's on the ESPN stage, a broadcast board, or court 99, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who I'm playing. I'm just telling myself, every bag in the hole wins, every bag in the hole wins. That's just me. That's just what I tell myself.
Quickly, guys, if you'd like to support the channel even more than watching videos, please subscribe. You had a bad throw or a bad round. What do you do to get yourself back in the game?
I think everybody in the world seen me cussing myself out before. So, I kind of rip myself, but I also try to figure out, as I'm walking to the next end, I'm trying to figure out, you threw a bad bag, but what caused the bag? Did you push it? Did you speed your arm up too much? Did you step too early? There's so many little tiny things that can throw your shot off. You try to pinpoint what caused the bad throw and try to not do that again, obviously.
I don't know who you were playing against, but I was watching you on one of those live streams and you won. And then like 3 minutes after the game was over, you won, you gave this battle cry. What was that about? Or
I think you were talking about, we were in Portland, I think, and we played doubles against Burton and Chamberlain. And me and Jamie were both really hot that day, and we played great, and we beat them, and shook hands. And then after the game, Logan had a little smack talk, smart mouth to say after the game, after we just beat him. And I'm like, really, dude? So I just kind of said, yeah, whatever, and walked away. And then, of course, I had been drinking, and this was late that day, so quite a few beers in me at that point. So I just went like, wait a minute. And I went back, and I had a few more words for him at that point.
So that was a memorable moment for you, because
and at that point in the day, it was late in the tournament. So, I'm probably 12 to 15 beers in at that point. So, after I walked away from him, the beer kind of kicked in. I was like, you know what? Wait a minute. I ain't done. I got a few more words to say about that. So I went back and kind of spoke my mind a little bit. And again, that's the alcohol having something to do with that too. Because when you drink, it does change your personality. It just, at least it does for me. It kind of makes you a different person. I get way more intense when I'm drinking than if I'm not drinking.
Your opponent is doing something very annoying. For whatever reason, it's annoying you.
Like flopping their bag around while I'm trying to throw. The last few tournaments, that's been a big issue because it's in the rules in the last 2 or 3 tournaments. So, and I've had to tell several people, hey, you cannot do that while I'm throwing. And they've actually gone and got like Josh Keck, like, he's saying, I can't do this when you're throwing. They said, well, yeah, if you're annoying him, then you can't do that. Because they stand in the front of the board because they don't step. I stand at the back of the board. So as I'm back there preparing to make my throw, they're spinning their bag on their finger right in front of me or flopping their bag around like they're bopping their balloon or something. And I'm like, no, you can't do that when I'm throwing. I said, you're in my line of vision. You're up here. I'm back here. And they don't like it. But it is what it is. It's in the rules. So I'm like, fine, go get Josh. And Josh comes and clears it up. And then they have to abide by the rules, per se.
Everybody knows the best way to get good at anything is to practice. If you would like to start practicing cornhole and you don't know where to start, you get bored during practice, or you've hit a plateau, click the link below for a free practice app and start making every shot you should. What if an opponent is doing something that isn't against the rules and it's annoying you? What do you do?
Something annoying that isn't against the rules? I have no idea what that would be, to be honest with you. Because if they're doing something that annoys you, you're allowed to tell them to stop.
That's perfect.
Well, if you're doing something that annoys you while you're throwing.
So if anybody's doing anything that annoys you, you call them out and you have them stop.
Yeah. Yeah, sure do.
You're in a blind draw and your partner's playing awful. What do you do?
Well, in a blind draw, it's a blind draw, right? So you might get a good partner, you might get a bad partner. When I play in blind draws, which is not very often, I just don't have the time for it. But when I do play in blind draws, I go in with no expectations. So whoever my partner is, my first thing is always, we're going to throw your bags. I want you to be comfortable. I'll adjust to your bags because I feel like I can pretty much throw anything. And then I just try to, during the game, when it's a bad shot, I'll just say, shake it off. Give me the next one down the middle. I always preach down the middle, down the middle, down the middle. Take a breath, calm yourself down. And then after the game, if I've seen something that maybe will help, I just tell them what I think and try to calm them down. And, sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But, you have to go in the blind draws with no expectations. Whereas when I'm going into a tournament with Fred as my partner or Jamie's my partner, I got totally different expectations. I'm planning on kicking ass all day. Don't always happen, but that's my expectation. So totally different than blind draws.
So they're playing like crap. What do you do when it's your chosen partner?
We've all been there, done that. You just try to pick them up, Hey, brother, I know you're better than that. Let's get it together, or let's go warm up in between games, or do you want to change bags, or you just try to find something to change that'll maybe get them going? Because, if it's not working, then it's insane to try to keep doing what you're doing or using the same bags you're using. So try to change it up. All it takes is one little thing to renew somebody's confidence, especially when elite pro. It only just like shooting threes in the NBA, you got a shooter that miss. As soon as he hits one, it's like, oh, now everything's changed. So you just try to find that one little thing that could maybe get them changed to get their confidence back.
You play any mind games?
Here and there, I have over the years, sure. I'll speed up my throw, I'll slow down my throw, depending on, like if I'm playing against somebody just like wants to rapid fire, like as soon as I throw my bag, they're just coming out. I'll slow my stuff way down just to get them off their, give them something to think about or get them off their pace. Or if they're real slow, maybe I'll even go slower, or I'll pick up my pace and try to get them going faster. Just, little things like that. Sure, absolutely. Done that many times over the years.
Name a situation where someone was playing mind games and it affected you.
A couple things I can think about that come to mind would be if they got their wife or girlfriend constantly behind the board moving, or doing this or that, or their buddies that keeps walking behind the board, moving this and that while I'm throwing. I mean, I've seen that kind of bullshit before, which is, total bush league, but seen it before. Let it get to me here and there. Try not to, but it has happened.
What do you do to rein it back in and continue playing at your level?
Sometimes you can, and sometimes you can't. I really don't have an answer for what do you do other than, a lot of times for me, I'll play better if somebody does something that pisses me off. So maybe I get madder and get better, because I've done that many times too.
Do you wear earphones or anything to block out distractions?
Yep. Yep. Used to not to, but you know, there's just so much I guess I could say bull crap that goes on that I've learned that probably 90% of the people that are watching me play want to see me lose. So I just want to tune all that out and focus on my mechanics and throwing every bag in the hole. So yes, I wear earbuds and I turn them all the way up.
How does it feel that the audience always wants you to lose? And I'm assuming it's because people like to root for the underdog, but
Of course.
that's gotta suck.
It also gives you a little more drive too, because all these people want to see me lose. I want to send them home unhappy.
Best of luck. I will be rooting for you. And I appreciate
You and my wife and my son. Sweet.
Is there anything you'd like to add?
I'm driving on my way to the World Championships, and I got my goal this week is to win the shootout, win the co-ed, win the singles, win the doubles. What a week that would be. And from my last few days of practicing, I feel like I can definitely achieve that. So we will see. We will see.
Say something to all aspiring players, every level, some insights on one of the greatest players to ever live.
I can say is no matter how good you get at the game, if you get to the top of the game, just be yourself and stay humble. You know, that's the best thing you can do is just be yourself and stay humble because, you know, I never know when my last victory is going to be. So anytime I go and I win a big tournament, man, I take it in. I take it in a lot because you never know when that last victory is going to be. So when I win one, I take it all in because like, yes, sir, got me another one.
Well, Matt, thank you so much for taking the time. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to my channel. I've also created a free cornhole practice app. Click the link below for free access. And start making every shot you should. I hope all 4 bags go in the hole and see you next video.